Let's try this again. Just have to change the software. Streaming. Alright, so this was named wrong. We called it circle outline instead of a space in between. So let's test it out. It works on no. So we click this, so that's blue. We want the size to be this, so yeah, it works. Cannot erase with it yet. We haven't set that up yet either, so. So we need to tool size, opacity, to have one more of these. And we need a folder here. Let's tool outline size. I'll just duplicate this one, clone it, rename tool outline size. Put it down here. It's the same values. Go from 1 to 0, 1 to 100. Increase by 1 every time. Slide this up and down. So we have tool size here, but we also want a tool outline size. Always start on 1. So I want to set this to 2, outline size always. Also need to go here on 2 bigger. And this is globalized, so we have something called families. No, we do not. We do something else. Yeah, that's not that one. I need to copy this one. Tool size and edit to call it to outline size, and this object is for tool size. We need to replace all these definitions to the tool outline size. Yep. So when we pick the outline, first it's just tiny, we can't see it, so let's make it a little bigger. This, then we make this bigger. Should have made it bigger. What did we do wrong? This was set to tool size, so not tool outline size. We did not get the correct value. So let's try again. This big. Outline is just 1 pixel, and now it's fatter. We can make it full size, then it's just this. But don't really want that. So that works. And we can take the same thing and we can put it down here. And it will use the same values on both the top and the bottom. This could probably be made more smarter, so this is just always the tool select. It will do these things. You can always do that later on. Can't really figure that out right now, just to the to-do list. So that's for the circle. Then we need to have one for the square. Duplicate. Rename it square outline. Outline. And we'll take this area, just remove it. correct animation. So we have a square outlined. Need to name it square outline. Copy this. Square outline. Because this is the erase tool for that one, and we also want to have it up here so we can do the painting with it. So now this is outline ellipse. I should have done that before. So this is outline rectangle. It's the same settings. I need to set it down here too. Otherwise it's just going to be a circle. So let's test that out. Square. It's definitely not setting it correctly. That's for sure. It's left, top, right, and bottom. Yes. Now this I can't remember because this is, yeah, I only did this drawing canvas once before, so I need to refer to the old project I did, just to see what I actually did to do that. This is way down. Drawing style, the square outline. So it takes the, that is, so right now we are trying to get, this is our starting position. So what it does here, it's going left, have a point here, it's going top, has a point here, go right, and has a point here, go down. That's what these things means. And they'll create a square in that area based on the center. So minus, minus, plus, plus. Outline size value. Yeah, this is reversed of what we want to do. So we are gonna get canvas X and canvas Y down here and here. So we have the two outline size. This was minus 2 size, and we have that twice. Here it was plus. Copy that up here, otherwise it's still going to make it wrong. So should be able to draw with it now. Pick a color, take this one. This is how big it is. So we'll make it tiny. This is how the outline size is. So should also, yeah, can also erase with it if we so choose. Good. So that works. To-do list. We're gonna add the last one, which is polygon fill, so we can fill in an area. And then I will say that's all tools. There's a few more, but they require a little more understanding, which I don't have of them yet, because I never tried to use them. I did try to use the line one, but I don't really see the purpose, because unless you can make like a straight line with it, but in the case of a drawing here, you can just use the circle and do the exact same thing like a line. So if you have to add the line later, it'll need to be like a straight line. I have to figure out how to do that. But we'll do that later on. Add comment. Add the line tool and make it go in a straight line. Boop. Put it in there. Let's try this polygon fill. Let's just name it like this, polygon fill. So this would be fill the current polygon area with a color. And the color is what's the name of that? Yeah, this one. Fill the color with the red value, green value, blue value, and opacity. More reliable rendering. That sounds good. So let's just put that on. I don't know exactly what convex means. I need to look that up later. Copy. Rename this to polygon fill. And it would look something like, I don't know. Let's just take the white color here. Because what you do is set X amount of points, and it will like fill in between those points. Not exactly how to show that. Makes sense. Let's just do this for now. That's polygon fill. And we need to name it polygon fill. So with the tool selected, we fill the polygon. It's kind of difficult because right now you can't see if you put in some point. I'll just load it up. So if you have this, we have this, then we can set points, but you can't see or set them. It's also not working, so we're not setting points, yeah. Right. It's filling. So I need to set points at poly point. Add this at poly point, and this would be canvas X and canvas Y. So yeah, that's just the basic of it. We can just definitely need some more work. Right now we're just adding the tools. So we can change the colors. Should desire. Add more points out here. we can do the same down here, so we can erase with it. We should be able to, at least. Yeah. We still have the points though, so. I think this is setting this as clear poly. Yeah, reset poly. Clear all the points. So this one would just be that. Maybe on this, and then we right click. Should be able to remove it. Okay, we clear and reset it. So we paint. Should start over again. That's what we want. Don't need to add polyfill down there. Yeah, so we can just right click. It should remove all that. Just want to see if there's something else we want to add. Dash outline, draw trace lines around the current polygon. Draw a line around the outline of the current polygon. Just want to see what that does, and I will play around with that. Outline, that color, and this would be outline size. So it makes an outline. Just for making it visible, let's say this would be 255 is black and white, I can never remember. Polyfield, yeah, so now it has a white outline. Oh, it's still there though. Reset is not completely resetting. Just want to disable this. Does not reset it. Still no options for this one. Fill. Outline, dashed outline. So the question is if you want this or not. Probably want a separate option to outline it or not. So add blank. Put it down there for now, disable it, and put that comment on it. Additional options would activate outline of the polyfield. And take a bookmark. Our to-do list also. Alright, that actually makes it to add all tools. Let's just save that. Give a little spin here. Make squares, not very big. Erase them. Make circles, erase them, can make outline, can erase with outlines, can make circles, and we can polyfill. So let's say clear this area. It's a good erasing tool. Alright, let's try to make the... Actually, let's try to make this line thing work. So, let's add it underneath here. Delete all that. This would be line. That. Line. Draw a solid line between 2 points. Dashed line. Draw a dashed line. We want a fully line. So calyx. Okay, first of all, let's just get this standard values. This and this. So we have this would be tool size. The coloring. This is the start point, this is the end point. So the start point we can have with the left mouse, but we need a secondary point. An option for that. So when that is selected and we do action, mouse click, yeah, we have that click all down. This one needs to go outside this one because it cannot have down. It's kind of annoying. Well, let's just make it work first of all. Foremost. Click, left click. Some local values here. So we want to start X, and we want to start Y, and we want to int X, and int Y. Starting point, ending point. On left click. We also need local value, it's clicks. So our starting point is 0 clicks. The variable we want to look at is clicks when it's equals 0, and we click. Let's just put it down there. When we left click, click is 0. Then the variable, set the variable of start X to canvas X. So the start value of start X is where the mouse is when we click, and then we would add one to the clicks, and another one down here. So when clicks is 1. This because we'll just put them to end X. That'll be the also X, the canvas X where the mouse is, where you click. And then we'll add one to the click. it is 2, and the variable clicks will reset to 0. StartX, this can definitely be done better than this, but we'll have to figure it out later. So if our cursor is over that, you'll always get these global values where the mouse is. And we have the line tool selected. And when we left click, and that's only been click once, this is the start. We'll set these values where they click with the mouse, here and here. And then we'll add one to the click. So click 1 and we click again. We'll set the endpoints. And I'll add 1 so this becomes 2. And when it's 2, it should draw the line between those 2 points. Should. To make the line tool first. So let's erase that. Copy, paste. Rename this to line. To be white. It's good enough. Oh, I did it wrong. Copy, paste. This one. Line, right? Yeah, good. This is line. I need to rename it to line. Let's pick this color, make it a little bigger. There and there. No. Fill the lips. This is just a check. This will enable us to see if we actually click on the line tool. Because this is lower values, so we can't really see them while we're doing anything. So we set the points. Draw a line from StartX to size. Let's just make these values global so I can actually see them. StartX done. So we have the line tool. It does get the value. It gets it instantly. So they're the same, so you wouldn't have the ability to draw between them. Just gonna see if we can trick it to not do that instantly. I'll wait. The debug so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, because these values are constant. So yeah, you want to just add it and then it will do this instantly. try another approach where we say click. So when I click, we start this. Get in there. And when the mouse is down, it does this. Don't want this one. These, disable them for now. Line tool. Continuously doing this right now. Oh. No, I want you to do that once. Yeah, nope. It's down, it'll set that. That's definitely wrong way to do it. On release, left. Does that work? Yeah, this is just here, this one. I'll click. This is what we want, but we want to show it while it's doing it. And while that's down, should draw the line. Yeah. Can't do that later. Well, this works, but not exactly how I wished it would work. Because this has downs, we can't really set it down here, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, yes we can. Let's say, oh. Why not? To restriction of the trigger, you can move the selected events here. Why no? No, this will still be ChemXX cameras, so I shouldn't really require it to do all that stuff. Want it down here. And that's because we have all this. Okay. sub event down here, and we want a condition here that says mouse. That's not down. So when we click to select this line, not left down, we don't want it to have that. Probably still need to end and start an X, right? How was it we did again? On click, set the start. On release, set the X. Okay. So this, take the variable. Start canvas X and Y from the canvas Y. So click, not button down, start the start Y and X to wherever you click, and then we would have a condition here that says mouse. Cannot say released here. Damn it. I guess it needs its own separate one. I would like to avoid that though. So wonky. But now let's just comment it for now. We always try and fix it later. Bookmark. So you can see what we have to look at. Also, that's how I'm gonna use it anyway. Let's just see if it works still. This sets the start, and only when I release it sets it. So this would be on left click. Just turn this disable for now. Click and hold it down, constant set it and draw a line. Yeah, this does this shit. I wanted to draw a straight line so I don't have to I don't know how to fix this right now. Well, I guess we could make it with a control, so we can only make one line at a time. Right now I can just make an indefinitely amount of lines. So maybe we can make a control for that, so it only makes it one at a time. Need to be visible as you drag them out. Right now it keeps making lines. Okay, so when we just make a local variable here, line numbers, oh, we can make a boolean, so it doesn't have to. Drawing line. So boolean is just yes or no. And when we have the tool, we have the line tool selected, and the boolean, can't do that yet, because just make it global for now, doesn't really matter so much in this project. The boolean, drawing line, and we're not drawing a line. Left click, we start to start, and then we set the boolean to drawing a line through. I will just do the same thing. Because we don't get end x and y until we release the mouse. This is just a test. I'm not entirely sure. When we have the line tool and we're not drawing a line and we left click, we'll set the starting location. I'll set it to true, so it will never change the starting position. These we don't use right now. Then it will draw a line between start X and Y, so where I will have the mouse. I'm quite sure this will just keep making them. Just like the other one. Yay. Cannot do it that way. Could always just make it with a sprite, but just I don't really want to. This should work. Could be a challenge for another day. I'm just going to test it in a browser environment. You're not going to be able to see that, but I need to do that. Be right back. Yes, the QR code. Anybody could do that. Cool. Yeah. We copy all this and erase when I figure out how to do this proper. For now, I don't really feel that's a good idea. So, add icons for each tool. We've actually done that. Just need to make them better. So, make better icons. Add line and make it go into a straight line. We actually done this. All tools work. Yeah, except the line one, but it does work as intended. It just needs to be flushed out a little more, but I need to read up on it before we do that. And it does go into a straight line, it's just not very explained. Additional option to activate outline of the polygon fill. Yeah, that's a to-do list. Add indicator size, shape of the tool. If we do that, should be relatively easy. Because we already have them here. So I don't need all this. Tool type. Copy this. Oh, that's not very. What? Why can't you do that? Okay, you need to make an indicator so you can actually see where you are. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Usually you don't have that in a drawing. You just have the mouse, don't you? I would draw here. Do you actually need that? Just gonna log in my own program, how it actually handles these things. Yeah, just make an outline circle, pretty much. Everything. And then we'll set the size, yeah, we'll just do that. That seems easier. So we need an indicator. An object type. That would be the sprite. It would be a sprite. SPR underscore indicator. So the player knows where the mouse and stuff is and how big it is. We want it to be in here. No, not this one. Close this one. Yeah, I need to find where is that? I have this. Okay. So we want a center, fill, border, smooth, white. Size it up. 32 by 32 would be 64 something, 128 maybe. Let's make the size 128, 128, and we'll configure it. Grid width and grid height. This is these ones. So we can place it in the center. Snapped edges. Just make it like that. always improve on this. For now, this just that looks horrible. Let's just do it from the start. Black. And we'll rename this to indicator. Let's collapse this, and we'll make a separate group for indicator. Startup layout. Let's just make subgroups here so we can. Startup layout, the system will create a indicator. Right now we only have one there, so this is fine. We'll do it on the mouse, because that's where we'll set it. And then at every tick. This is just more clean, you don't have to do this down here, and then the indicator will set its own position. Do the mouse. And the indicator set size to tool size. So right now tool size is nothing, it's like 1, so you can't really see it, but it's like right there. And then we have a little indicator. So in theory it should start by being very, very small. This should be 1 by 1. I'm just going to see if it actually follows the size or not. Yeah, it's like a lot smaller. Ah, the erase is also smaller. Start applying for the square one. No, the square the same. Circle erase is wrong. Circle. Oh, didn't remove that. Makes sense. So now the circle, paint, and erase should be the same size. Yeah. Still see it. Maybe I just moved the mouse a little bit. Huh. Okay. Also need a way to set the drawing size. Option for setting drawing size. This is still working on because I did make it. Not sure whether I will keep it or not, because you already have the mouse, so you can see what you're doing. What group here for UI? to-do list, there would be text for various tools, etc. I think there's a tooltip you can set here, so that would be, this one is tool size, this one is just opacity. Because we have two sizes, we need to define that other one was the tool size, this is the outline thickness. We hover over them, it gives a little input on them. Not do those, that's okay. It starts from top left. Ooh, look. Did I add that? Let's just put that in there too. And this one. Just indicate them as line 2. Yeah, so now with F4, option for setting the drawing size. Guess we could do that with inputs. Is that what it's called now? Yeah, text input. Just for testing purpose for now. Type is a number input. So it should be when this changes, it will change the size of this one. Group. Drawing canvas size. So when this one changes, text change, the drawing canvas size is just like 1000. Test the value. Okay, the text. This paragraph does not take a string. str. It's an integer. Number. This one it's defined as a number, so when it reads it, it sets this as a number in here. So we can't see the drawing canvas, we need to do this. Drawing canvas size is this right now. So if we put this to 1000, yeah, we'll change it. 1920. And instead of making two separate ones, we can make one that defines one or the other. And that'll be a string. What do we call that? Drawing. Just call it canvas size. Because it's width and height. Yeah, I'll just call it size. So this one would be the width. If we copy this, set this one to height. Call this canvas sizer to define it's what it is in the UI. Put it in a group so it's sorted out. We don't need a family for that. On text changed. Because we have a height and a width. Height, width, and this would probably do before you go into the drawing itself, so we have a main menu for that. This would be whatever the text says it is. Be the width, just 920 to begin with, and height is 1080, 960 in this case, and it will always be set from here. So this, I'll have to change that so it comes from the middle. This is a weird place to put it though. That also means we need to change how the tool functions. Needs to be set. Center. Yeah, we want it from center. Definitely for what I want to do. It's because you can have like a big view, but we can have like a small canvas. So if it's like top left, it's very weird. I know I've done that also. Shouldn't be a big problem. There's just a few settings that needs to be changed. So stuff like this would be the position minus half the width, half the height, and then this. And that would be minus the drawing canvas dot right by 2, and it will be minus that again. I am quite certain we need this to get the right position of the mouse on the canvas. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, can see something on there. Right now I don't want to deal with it. I'll figure it out. So I know exactly how to do it instead of this testing. Okay, back to what we were doing. We're doing these settings. So we need the canvas size, we have them. We need the drawing canvas size. That should be equal these all the time. So if you change this to 800, it'll set both of them to 800. We don't want that. On text changed. Yeah, we need two different ones, I think. Otherwise it'll just be the same one. No. If remove this one. Add black supplement blank. If it's height and the text changed, you'll still set them as the same thing. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We're just gonna make it easy for ourselves and set this to width. Delete this one. Clone that. Rename it to height. There's probably a way we can do this without both. I am quite sure. Should have an ID. No class, no. Give it a tag. We can remove this. Don't need that in. Height is 960 to begin with. Set the canvas height. This is just a tooltip, so when we hover over stuff, it'll say that. Hover over stuff, it'll say that. Replace this with canvas width with canvas height. This needs to be height. That. So when we change the width, I'll set it to whatever. Then we can actually just put this in the family. Just to optimize it a tiny little bit. On canvas, text, text changed, don't need those, so checks on both of them. If one of them change, then you'll set the size of the drawing canvas to whatever is in the field of this one. So drawing canvas there. So if we change this to 100, it'll be 100 high, and the default is 960. Same goes here. You have to set the width to 1080. It'll be 1080. Set from this point. Yeah, so we made a little progress today in part 2. Of the drawing canvas. But streaming is still new for me, so I'm getting, this is still just making me a little tired after work. Still need to get used to it. And it's also just a small series I want to make. I have some other stuff I want to work on also. So I'll cut it short for today. Well, not short, I just want to make these drawing canvas streams for like 1 hour long each time, which I'm at now. So thank you for watching. Bye.